Oh geez, this is gonna be a lot of repair time.
Do you know this video was shot on 3 different cameras? You'll definitely be able to see the difference between what comes after this and what just came right before. But this is definitely the last one for quite a while. Just look at that. So Brick World Chicago happened. The Last Ropes mission turned out amazing. No award nominations. That's okay. We're coming back even harder this coming year. So I finished my gunship in a display capacity, so it worked at the convention. But upon returning and trying to reassemble it, I basically realized that this is just not in an acceptable condition, especially if I want to turn it into instructions or anything. So for the past little while, I've been working on overhauling it. What I realized is you guys don't actually know the state it's in, because I never uploaded the last build blog. I edited most of it and probably planned to add some other stuff, but just never did. So that's primarily what this video is gonna be. So I'm gonna bring you guys right back to the week before Brick World Chicago 2019. So I made a big mistake on this project in the last episode. These tiles are on both sides a half plate too far out, so they don't line up with the wall paneling at all. To achieve that, or taking a completely different approach, I have no idea exactly what I'm going to do yet. We'll see. I got a handful of orders in the mail. I'm actually still waiting on one more, but these are the things that I had in that wanted list from the last temple building episode. So I was able to sort of like clean up the front of this gunship, start replacing some of the temporary pieces that I had there, some of the temporary colors, so that we can start to get a look at what the final product is gonna look like. So Brick World is actually getting really close right now. Then I'm leaving very early Monday morning, like 4 a.m. or something like that. I'll have to leave the house. I'm starting to realize I'm not going to be able to get it to a point where I'm ready to call it final yet. I decided that I think I do want to make instructions for it. I've gotten a lot of requests for people asking me to make instructions for my gunship, and it's just totally not in a state where I'm ready to make instructions for it, and also to release it as its own manga. I don't want to make a video about it and stuff like that just yet, because it's not in that ready state yet. But for the time being, I've come up with pretty much a design for the wings. They're these giant snot slabs that sort of get clipped on to the main body. There's a huge core to everything that has to do with the back. It's where the engines mount onto, it's where the wings mount onto, the wing supports, and then it also links into the structure that holds up to the back. A whole lot is going on in that one area. So now I'm just adding like the top paneling in between the two engines. I also want to add a couple torpedoes in there just for some detailing, but I think a lot of that is going to get redone. I mentioned that I'm going to go with trying to replicate what Lego has done on their engines. I made another Bricklink order to get some like dome pieces that go on the tips of the wings. There's little gunner pods that go on the tips of the wings. By the time I had ordered it, I was pretty confident that it would come in time, but the seller hasn't even taken it to the post office yet. We'll see about those. I might end up having to change the design, or I don't know, leave them out completely and maybe nobody will notice. I don't know. I also built these little sloped things that go up towards the engines, and those actually turned out really good. I used those big 3 by I think 12 wedges that a lot of other people use on their gunships in that spot, because it's really just the best way to achieve that look. And then the other stuff I'm working on is just trying to take out some of the temporary colors that I've put in there. I don't know what I'm gonna do for the ball turret things yet, but everything else is pretty much taken care of in that regard. I finished the back ramp thing finally, so that looks super clean from the bottom, and I just like added a little design of tiles on the gray part inside, and I think it gives like a really cool look where there's just nothing basically supporting the back engines and the back wings besides that slanted really thin ramp. I think I'm gonna add some little details on there, but I'm kind of like at a point where a lot of this isn't sort of final stuff, so I'm just trying to, you know, get through it for this mock. Whereas with most of the rest of the gunship up until this point, I've been trying to do stuff that I know is going to be final, so it takes a lot longer to do stuff like that. So right now I can build slightly more casually.
I waited all this time for these dome pieces to come in the mail so that I could add the ball turrets to these wings, and they just look way too small. So I'm actually going to go back to the pieces that I already have, which is these just original dome pieces that came in the Gunship Lego set that I thought were going to be way too big based on when I just, you know, tried it, but they actually look super good. They really pull it together. I didn't know what the Gunship was missing before this, but it's very obviously those turrets. I also added these dark tan highlights on there. I think those actually bring a lot to it, just, you know, for 3 pieces there, but it's really come together. This is one of the last things that I knew that I got to do for this. Yeah, from this angle they probably still look pretty like oversized. I think that might just be because, you know, I can't turn these into perfect spheres vertically, but from most other angles I think they actually look really well proportioned, and I'm probably going to end up, you know, leaving them like this. But, you know, this is roughly the size that they are, you know, on the actual model compared to how they are on mine. I think that's going to work out pretty well. So cool. You know, I might just start recording the end of every video outside, because this is a vibe. It's a chill way to end off every video, you know, the way that you know it's the end, and a change of scenery from being in the same room every video, the whole video. Hope you enjoyed. I hope this filled a few minutes of your quarantine. You better be self-isolating, okay? If you're going insane from lack of human contact or seeing the same people every day, you can join the Rebelug Fall Hangout, which is like our public Discord server where people chat about Lego stuff and other stuff all day and share work in progress pictures and give feedback, or, you know, general talk, make friends. I think it's pretty cool. Anyway, I have been working on this Gunship because this footage that you just watched was from about a year ago, and I've been redoing a lot of the things that I talked about redoing and some stuff that I didn't think I would need to redo. And it's actually really come together, so I'll have another video about that at some point. Until then, I'll see you guys around. Later.